For this video, I wanted to talk about a few things that I wish I'd done differently when I started training. Now, this video is meant for the beginner who's just getting started, and I'm hoping this video can kind of point you in the right direction and give you a few pointers on what you need to do. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get started with number one. So the first thing I wish I'd done differently when I was in the beginner stages of lifting was have a plan. Now, when you're in the new beginnings phase, you can basically just go into the gym and look at the weights and see gains. It's pretty sick, right? But no. In all seriousness, when I started working out, I basically tried to make my own plan, which I just started. I had no idea what I was doing, and I ended up trying to run a bro split I made. But the downside of the bro split, and I discovered this quickly, was that if I worked late one day and didn't go to the gym, then I basically missed that muscle group for the entire week. So there were weeks I didn't train shoulders at all, or legs, and it's really hard to grow your legs or your shoulders when you're not training them. I know, crazy, right? And now what I wish I'd done instead of trying to run that bro split was go online, even if it was just a free plan, find something to give me a little bit of structure and make sure I was hitting each muscle group 2 to 3 times per week, and I probably would have saw a lot better gains early on. So the next thing I wish I'd done differently was eat more protein. Strange, right? When you're trying to build muscle, you need to eat more protein. But actually, I think I probably should just eat it more in general as well. So for reference, when I started lifting, I was still eating the way I was before I started exercising a ton. So I was eating 3 meals a day, spaced pretty far apart from each other without many snacks in between. And when I started lifting, I was A, lifting, but also B, biking an hour every day. So I needed more calories to A, fuel my muscle, to help me build muscle, but B, to just give me energy throughout the day. I remember I would eat lunch about noon, and then I wouldn't be able to eat dinner until about 7 p.m. So in that 7-hour window, I would get, of course, really hungry, but B, really tired because I just didn't have enough calories to give me energy. So if I could go back and do it over again, I would try to eat 3 to 4 meals spaced a little more evenly throughout the day. And if I did have a period where I had to go a long time without food, I would throw in a little snack or a protein shake. So yeah, I really wasn't eating enough, especially compared to now where I eat 4 meals a day with 1 or 2 snacks during times when I have a long time between meals. That's nice. Plus, I mean, as an added bonus, I just have more energy now since I'm not starving myself, basically. So the third thing I wish I'd done differently was pay more attention to my sleep. Now, of course, I knew sleep was important. Everybody knows sleep is important. But there's a huge difference between knowing sleep is important and actually sleeping 7, 8 hours a night. When I started training, I was only sleeping 5 hours a night, which is a bit of an issue because, I mean, sleep is when your muscles repair themselves after training, so obviously you need to sleep. It helps you feel rested for your next training session so you can push harder. And it reduces ghrelin signaling, which makes you feel less hungry. So if you're trying to cut, it's easier to stick to your diet. So yeah, there's lots of benefits to sleep that I was definitely missing out on when I was only sleeping 5, 6 hours at the start of my training. Now I try and sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, and just in my energy levels feel completely different. It's easier to push myself in the gym and eat healthy. Alright, the next thing I wish I'd done differently was not squat and deadlift in running shoes. Now I know this one probably seems kind of obvious, but I didn't know when I started. So I thought it was okay to just go and squat and deadlift in my running shoes, which in retrospect there were a few problems with. A, they're not designed for that, so when you're squatting and deadlifting, they're not very stable. And actually, that's just the main reason. They're not very stable, and it's hard to get a full range of motion with running shoes on. And then once I finally got a pair of lifting shoes, my squat and deadlift numbers went up a few kilos just automatically because I felt more stable and more connected to the ground. Alright everyone, that'll do it for the video today. If you have any tips for the newbies out there, let me know down in the comments below. And if you found this one helpful or enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Just in Japan. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace!